The undeniable power of a positive mindset? Why bother being positive? Why do we even talk about positivity? Is it just some fluffy, feel-good concept? Or is there something more profound at play here? Let me tell you, the way you think, the lens through which you view your world fundamentally shapes your reality, your health, and your future. It's not about ignoring life's challenges, far from it. It's about equipping yourself with an inner resilience, a mental fortitude that allows you to navigate those challenges with greater ease and come out stronger. Think of your mind as the command center for your entire being. If the commands are consistently negative, what kind of results do you expect in your life? It's time to take control of the console. A positive mindset isn't about wearing rose-tinted glasses 24/7 and pretending problems don't exist. That's denial, and it's not what we're aiming for. True positivity is an active state of mind, a conscious choice to focus on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. It's about seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. Your brain, not set in stone, but malleable clay, understanding neuroplasticity. For many years, the prevailing scientific belief was that the adult brain was a fixed entity. You got what you got, and that was pretty much it. If you had certain tendencies, certain ways of thinking, well, that was just you. But oh, how the tables have turned thanks to the incredible discovery of neuroplasticity. Think of neuroplasticity as your brain's superpower. It means your brain is not hardwired like an old-fashioned telephone switchboard, but is instead incredibly adaptable, capable of reorganizing itself, forming new neural connections, and changing its structure and function throughout your entire life. It's like a sculptor working with clay. You can reshape it with intention. Imagine your brain is like a vast, intricate network of pathways in a dense forest. When you repeatedly think a certain thought or perform a certain action, you're treading down a specific path. The more you use that path, the wider and more defined it becomes, making it easier to travel down it again. Negative thought patterns are like well-worn, deeply rutted roads that your mind defaults to out of habit. Neuroplasticity tells us that you can choose to stop using those old, unhelpful paths. You can begin to forge new, positive pathways. Initially, these new paths might be faint, like a barely visible trail, but with consistent use, they become the new superhighways of your mind. This isn't just a metaphor, it's a biological reality. The old programming why negativity feels like home and how to evict it. Why is it sometimes so darn easy to slip into negative thinking? Why does a gloomy outlook occasionally feel more natural than a sunny one? Part of the answer lies in our evolutionary history. Our ancestors lived in a world fraught with peril. For survival, their brains developed a negativity bias, a tendency to pay more attention to, and give more weight to, negative experiences and information. Spotting the saber-toothed tiger in the bushes was far more crucial for survival than admiring a beautiful sunset. That life-saving software of vigilance and threat detection is still running in our modern brains, even if the tigers are now deadlines, traffic jams, or social media comparisons. This ancient programming means our brains are often like Velcro for negative experiences and Teflon for positive ones. A single criticism can stick with us for days, overshadowing numerous compliments. This isn't a personal failing. It's a feature of an operating system designed for a different era. Recognizing this inherent bias is the first step in overcoming it. It's like knowing your car pulls slightly to the left. You can then consciously correct for it. We are not doomed to be ruled by this Stone Age software. The science speaks. Evidence of brain transformation. It's not just wishful thinking. Lest you think this is all just happy talk and positive affirmations without substance, let me assure you, the science backing neuroplasticity and its power to reshape our thinking is robust and growing every day. Researchers have used advanced brain imaging techniques like fMRI, functional magnetic resonance imaging, to literally see the brain change in response to new experiences, learning, and even focused mental practices like meditation. These aren't just theories. These are observable, measurable changes in brain structure and function. The proof, as they say, is in the pudding, or in this case, the brain scans. One fascinating area of research involves studies on meditation and mindfulness. For instance, studies on long-term meditators have shown increased gray matter density in areas of the brain associated with attention, emotional regulation, and self-awareness, like the prefrontal cortex. Even short-term mindfulness programs, lasting just a few weeks, have been shown to produce noticeable changes. Participants often report reduced stress and improved mood, and brain scans can show corresponding changes, such as a decrease in the size of the amygdala, the brain's fear center. This demonstrates that by intentionally directing our attention, we can physically alter our brains for the better. Consider the remarkable recovery stories of stroke patients. For a long time, it was believed that brain damage from a stroke was largely permanent. Section 5, Step 1, Becoming the Watcher, shining a light on your inner dialogue. The very first, and perhaps most crucial step in rewiring your brain for positivity is to become acutely aware of your current thought patterns. You cannot change an unconscious program. It's like trying to fix a leaky pipe in your house if you don't even know where the leak is or that it's happening. Many of our most persistent negative thoughts are so deeply ingrained, so automatic. that they operate just below the surface of our conscious awareness. They are the subtle hum of negativity in the background of our minds. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to become a thought detective, an impartial observer of your own mind. This process isn't about judging yourself or beating yourself up for having negative thoughts. Everyone has them. It's about cultivating a state of mindful observation. Imagine you're sitting by a river and your thoughts are like leaves floating by. Some leaves are bright and cheerful, others are dark and gloomy. Your job is not to jump into the river and wrestle with the gloomy leaves, nor is it to frantically try to grab only the bright ones. Your job is simply to watch them pass, to notice their quality, their frequency, their triggers. Section 6. Step 2. The Great Brain Reframe. Flipping the script from gloom to bloom. Once you've become skilled at catching your negative thoughts, the next exciting step is to actively challenge and reframe them. This is where you consciously intervene in the old automatic patterns and start laying down those new positive neural pathways. Think of it as cognitive restructuring, or more playfully, the Great Brain Reframe. You're not just suppressing negative thoughts, which rarely works in the long run, like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. Instead, you're examining them, questioning their validity, and then consciously replacing them with more balanced, constructive, and positive alternatives. This is an active, creative process. Let's say you catch yourself thinking, I'll never be able to do this, it's too difficult. This is a classic limiting belief. The reframe process involves asking critical questions. Is it really true that I'll never be able to do it? Is it possible that it just feels difficult right now because it's new? What evidence do I have to support this thought? What evidence contradicts it? What's a more empowering way to look at this? Perhaps you could reframe it to, this is challenging, but I can learn and improve with effort, or I might not know how to do it all yet, but I can figure out the first step. See the shift in energy? This reframing isn't about lying to yourself or engaging in Pollyanna-ish thinking. Section 7. Step 3. Gratitude and future vision. The superfoods for a positive brain. Beyond catching and reframing negative thoughts, there are proactive practices that act like superfoods for cultivating a positive brain. Gratitude and visualization. These aren't just pleasant exercises. They are powerful tools that actively stimulate positive emotions, reinforce beneficial neural pathways, and prime your brain to notice and attract more good into your life. Think of gratitude as watering the flowers in your mental garden, and visualization as planting the seeds for the future you desire. Both practices shift your focus from what's lacking or what you fear to what you appreciate and what you aspire to. Gratitude is a remarkably simple yet profoundly effective practice. It involves consciously focusing on the good things in your life, no matter how small they may seem. You can start a daily gratitude journal, writing down 3 to 5 things you're thankful for each day. This could be anything from a sunny morning, a supportive friend, a delicious meal, or even a challenge that taught you something valuable. Section 8. Making it stick. Repetition, 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 carving new neural highways. Understanding neuroplasticity and learning the techniques to rewire your brain is fantastic, but knowledge alone won't change your life. The real magic happens in the consistent application, in the diligent practice. Think about learning any new skill, whether it's playing a musical instrument, learning a new language, or mastering a sport. It requires repetition. You don't become a concert pianist by practicing scales once. Similarly, you don't build a sustainably positive brain by reframing one negative thought or having one gratitude session. It's the daily, persistent effort that forges those new neural highways until they become your mind's default routes. Remember, your old negative thought patterns have had years, perhaps decades, of reinforcement. They are like deeply grooved canyons in your brain. Creating new, positive pathways is like carving fresh channels. Initially, it takes more conscious effort to direct the flow of your thoughts down these new routes. You might find yourself slipping back into old habits, and that's perfectly normal. The key is not to get discouraged, but to gently and persistently redirect your thoughts back to the new, desired patterns. Section 9. Your new reality awaits. Go forth and rewire. The future is in your head. We've journeyed through the fascinating landscape of your brain, understanding its incredible capacity for change through neuroplasticity. We've seen that positivity isn't just a mood, but a skill that can be cultivated, a state of being that can be wired into your very neurology. You've learned that your brain isn't fixed, but wonderfully malleable, ready to be shaped by your conscious intentions. The old programming of negativity, often a relic of our evolutionary past, can be lovingly but firmly shown the door. You now have the awareness and the tools to begin this transformative process. The steps are clear. Become the mindful watcher of your thoughts, bravely engage in the Great Brain Reframe, and nourish your mind with the superfoods of gratitude and future vision. These aren't complex, esoteric practices. They are simple, actionable steps that anyone can begin to implement today. The scientific evidence supports this journey, showing us that real, measurable changes occur in the brain when we commit to these practices. You are not merely wishing for a better mindset, you are actively building it, neuron by neuron, connection by connection. This is the power you hold within you.